Hello, everyone. It is that time of year again where Nick and I, and we're always helpful friends. This year we actually have a repeat, so that's great. Makes things a little bit easier. Are covering Fan Expo Cleveland. I'm so excited to get going to this again because it's one of my favorite times of year. We had a lot of interaction and just reception to our coverage last year. Hoping to continue that train this year. So yeah, I'm excited for Fan Expo Cleveland, our local Comic-Con, our local biggest con, if I'm being honest. And it's going to be an interesting one. It's not as hype as last year. It's not as busy as last year's was, but I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing.
Doesn't have to be. Also, I would just like to acknowledge that I was on another screen when Matt started this, and I almost sneezed directly as the moment that the intro stopped because I didn't realize that we had started. Hi. Yeah, I mean, this year, I think it's going to be a ton of fun, though. I mean, at the end of the day, like, it doesn't need to have... I think that there's enough guests that are coming that, like, are hype for me, at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's kind of how I feel. Like, let's be honest. The headliners appear Saturday. That's Hayden Christensen, Brendan Fraser, and the cast of the Twilight films. I think those will be the biggest draws, although also give it up to the cast of the Mummy films. Celebrating the 25th anniversary of Return of the Mummy, which will be in theaters later this month. And yeah, we also have the cast of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle films, aka the Four Turtles and Shredder. You got some Star Trek folk in there. You got Reno 911.
You have musical theater guests, which is a first, I think, this entire time.
They're more known for Has Been a Hotel at this point. So
okay, that's fair. When I saw their listing, I didn't even see Has Been a Hotel there. It was just Broadway stars, which is interesting because you know, the more popular that theater and stuff like that becomes, I'm not gonna lose my Oscar here. The more popular that theater and stuff becomes, they are, you know,
what's up, Taylor?
Becoming more and more known as stars and more recognizable. I mean, Cleveland has a very prominent theater community and theater.
The second largest theater district outside of New York and the contiguous United States.
Yes, that. If you could catch that, then no, I'm just kidding. And so, like, I think that it's very intriguing, the idea that it's something new that they're trying, at least, having more like theater people and stuff like that there. I know when I had mentioned it to some of the theater people that I know, my fiance and sister-in-law, they were able to recognize a few people. So that was just interesting to me in general. But yeah, I mean, you know, we're excited to be back, and this is always an exciting time of the year for us. And we're ready to cover this event.
And I'm excited because, like, for me, it's just the return of Wild Bills. No, I'm kidding, although that is something I look forward to.
Wild Bills is always the best and always something to look forward to. And I'm sure you've been on checking to make sure that they are going to be here.
Oh, they're an official show sponsor this year.
Oh, wow. All right. Okay. Cool.
So but yes, I already looked to see where.
So then there's no doubt.
There's no doubt.
Wild Bills is canceled. What?
No. But no.
I think that I've noticed the cancellations a bit more this year, and that's the only reason why I say
that. And I had to point out to Nick, part of the reason he noticed cancellations a bit more is the fact that there weren't as many announcements for guests as in years past. So when you have 3 cancellations and 2 are very well-known guests, that makes it feel a little bit more like there's a gut punch there.
For sure, absolutely.
Because the 3 cancellations were, hold on, because for some reason it's not giving me the full cancellation. Peggy, the dog from Deadpool and Wolverine, Mike Coulter, and Carrie Eulis. from Princess Bride fame, more recently known for Stranger Things. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot. To be fair, two of those are definitely prominent names, especially one where, Daredevil season 2 is about to start, and the rumors are as this show continues, it's just going to keep rebuilding the Defenders. So Mike Coulter skipping out raises some eyebrows. And then Carrie Eulis is just one of those people who come to this, they can make a quick buck because he's a very nostalgia-filled actor. Whether it be for people around our age who love Ella Enchanted, whether it be for older generations who love him in Princess Bride. It's one of the, you said what? You broke up. Oh no, did I lose Nick?
I'm having some connection issues. They said you dropped an Ella Enchanted on us.
That's the first thing I can remember seeing him in. That's why I said that. Like that from a young age, I'm like, hey, I like that guy. Oh, can't forget Robin Hood Men in Tights. I was like, there's one other big franchise I know from Robin Hood Men in Tights. There's also the fact that you know him from the first Twister film. So Carrie Eulis, feel that one a little bit. But Nick, what are you most looking forward to, or who are you most looking forward to?
Matt, I'm gonna hop out for a second. I'm gonna hop out for one sec and come right back in.
Go ahead.
Because I'm having some weird connection issues here.
Go ahead. Let me do this real quick. So there is a lot to love about what's coming to town this year for Fan Expo. I'll get into this right now. I'll go to the schedule because I feel like that is the important thing to do. Because you do want to plan your visit. You want to know what's there to offer. Now, there is, of course, the kickoff event, 12:45 on Friday. So you can check that out. Where that is a Fan Expo kickoff event with DJ and live entertainment. Bring together fans from across the galaxy and launch into an unforgettable convention experience. Then you get into more things such as your different theaters and libraries. So excited for that. Bring Nick back in. And the convention really kicks off for everyone at 3:00 because the 1:00 hour is essentially just a preview or 1 to 3 is essentially just a preview for those people who bought their 3-day passes in advance, VIPs, and that's it. So if you bought your tickets 3 days in advance for the 3-day weekend pass, you get to get in early on Friday. Good for you. There is a lot of card trading and teaching going on the first day, but there's also some cool panels. There is which live action Spider-Man actor is the best, Peter 1, Peter 2, or Peter 3. So someone's programming in room 21 going to go into the Spider-Man and go over all the different actors who played the role. Oh, we lost Nick again. Let me fix this. Good old connection issues on the StreamYard. That's personal internet issues, bro. There's nothing we can do about that besides have him reset his router.
I'm here.
Back. Okay.
Are you?
Yeah, you're good.
If I leave, does it reset to the Mario Galaxy thing, or were you just?
No, I think I hit the wrong thing.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. So, what am I most excited about? I don't know if you were saying something.
I was just starting to go over the Friday panel. But yeah, what are you most excited about going into Fan Expo this year?
It's always good for the community. We always do so much with the Asian Festival and all kinds of stuff like that. The moment that will I ever be able to afford it? No, but to be in the presence of Brendan Fraser is pretty cool. For those of you who don't know, I absolutely adored his performance in The Whale. So I am it's cool to be in the presence of somebody that you look up to as an actor. But just overall, I think that it's always good for community engagement. We always have a good time just checking everything out, and you always kind of walk away with something that maybe in the area you didn't even know was going on, which is always really cool. So yeah, very excited about that.
Yeah, agreed. But as I started going over the list, there's a few big things to catch on Friday, especially. One, I know our buddy Taylor, who's in the chat right now.
This is true.
What is really going to have to consider bringing his family up for this. Probably costs less to swim with actual whales. No, I can promise you, it costs. It does probably cost. Actually, you're right. It probably costs less. No, it doesn't cost less to swim with actual whales.
Have you ever swam with actual whales to know this? Like, geez,
that's normally like a minimum $500 or so. He says, right. How much is Peter Pasolini? I can answer that question for you, Taylor. I know why you're asking that question, because it's a callback to our good old Twilight stream that you can check out on this channel, 12-hour Twilight marathon. But there's a few big things, Taylor, and I know which one you want to know. Friday is the Twilight panel. That is at 6:15 p.m. It's called Twilight Behind the Fangs with Peter Fasolini, Jackson Rathbone, Kellen Lutz, and Ashley Greene. Now, personally, because apparently he likes to get paid. Personally, I'm a big Ashley Greene guy. Alice Cullen was my favorite of the Cullens outside of Edward. Yes, I'm a Twilight fan. I own them all on 4K. I have no shame. I saw the movies a year ago, all in theaters. I saw 2 of them back in October. I will always make time to go see Twilight. I have no shame.
I love vampires suck. Just kidding.
I will make time to go to Twilight. And Taylor, to answer your question, Peter Fasolini's autograph is $60 and his photo op is $100. So he's not that expensive. So there's that. But no, so that's one of the major panels of Friday. Other major panels include the Reno 911 panel with Thomas Lennon and Cedric Yarborough. And also there is a panel for Book of Boba Fett with Tamara Morrison, a Dragon Ball panel, which I will be seated at taking video, which is called Over 9,000, the voice actors of Dragon Ball, featuring Eric Vale, Ian Sinclair, Sonny Strait, and Monaco Royale. And then to cap off the Friday night experience is an evening with Hayden Christensen. I'm excited. That's probably.
So will he be there all weekend, or is he?
He is there. He is there Friday and Saturday.
Okay. Because earlier I think you said only Saturday. That's the only reason I was saying it.
No, I was saying Saturday for him and Fraser. That's
yeah.
Because Fraser is only there on Saturday, but that was the day that they overlapped. So Saturday.
I assumed that he would only be there for one day.
Hey, I'm shocked we got him for Friday.
Right.
For Christensen, because as you know, we went with our buddy Brian to Indianapolis a couple of years ago for a one-day trip, just a day trip to get Hayden Christensen's autograph, to get that, a few other autographs, and dip. And
which is so ironic because now he could have just gotten it.
Yeah, but at that point in time, we hadn't really been getting big guests here, so right. Brian was like, "It's nearby," and he knew Costco booze was a thing, and he wanted to stock up on that. So we knocked out all a couple birds with one stone.
Yeah,
and got a fun road trip out of it. But Nick got to meet Hayden Christensen then. Hey,
it was cool. He was wearing an episode 3 hat, I think, and I was like,
"Wine and dine me like a queen from Naboo." Taylor, we all know you don't care about Hayden Christensen. You want Twilight. Your partner wants Twilight. Your daughter would want to come up for Twilight. The only one who wouldn't want to come up for Twilight is your son, I'm guessing. Because I remember you saying Jess and you had started showing your daughter the Twilight film.
Yeah.
So, but that is the big stuff on Saturday. I'm excited, or on Friday, excuse me. I'm excited for that. We might, depending on when Play D&D is, we might have Nick learn how to play D&D. We'll see if that. We wanted to do that last year. It didn't pan out. there's a chance of it this year. So
we'll see. I was gonna say if the timing is right, because is that Friday you said, or is that
there is one Friday? I think there's one each day, but there's one at
Friday would probably be the more likely because
yes.
Saturday and Sunday picks up with a lot of panels that we'll be talking about.
Yes. And then on Saturday, the first big panel of the day is Beyond Star Trek Conversations with Will Shatner. The other big panel, another Taylor panel, Resident Evil with Nick Apostolidis, who plays Leon in the series. So, oh, no, we have not done that. I could have sworn you did. My bad. But, yeah, so your boy Leon's going to be there. So check that out.
We're really catering to one audience member here.
Yeah, but it covers everything. At 12 p.m., Cleveland takes the leading role. That's the Cleveland Film Commission panel. We go to it every year. Then there's another Twilight panel. This is called Twilight Live. I don't know what the difference between the other two is, but it also has the I don't know what the difference between the two is, but I'm curious. We'll say that. I'm curious.
Twilight Live is the live theater production of Twilight. Just kidding. I don't know.
We'll find out. Because the description doesn't match what it's supposed to say or what Twilight is. Then you have at 1 p.m. a My Name is Earl panel with Jamie Presley and Ethan Suplee of Kevin Smith and Boy Meets World fame.
Which I will be at. I don't know. I was just kidding.
Helen Hunt, Into the Storm, a Twisters panel. You have a Sailor Moon panel at 2 p.m., Breaking Bad panel, Dean Norris at 2 p.m. Is
there a Stuck With Me panel? Because my mother will be at that if that's the case. So that's a Helen Hunt thing that she liked. Anyway, sorry, go
ahead. Star Trek The Next Generation reunion with Gates McFadden and Jonathan Frakes. A Cowabunga TMNT cast reunion panel. And that's where you get all four voices of the Turtles and Shredder. You get Making Movies with Fight Choreography the Right Way.
Which I will be at.
Cover that every year.
Yeah.
A panel with Josh Holloway from Lost, a Hazbin Hotel panel. You got My Hero Academia. You've got the Mummy panel, which I am so upset I have to miss because it starts around the time I have to leave that evening, but our buddy Mac will be covering that. And at 7 p.m., this is something I'm really excited about. Mac is staying there to cover for us. The Force After Hours. It is when the show floor closes and The Force Awakens, join us for a Star Wars themed after hours celebration packed with cosplay, prizes, and a special screening of Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. The bar cart opens at 7 p.m., followed by a chance to show off your best Star Wars looks in our Attack of the Clones themed cosplay competition starting at 7:30. Once the energy is at its peak, the movie begins at 8. Grab a drink, enjoy the photo ops, and settle in for an unforgettable cinematic experience.
Which is so cool. I mean, first of all, just anytime I get to see that movie, obviously I will be with you, but anytime that I get to see that movie is a blessing, and just to be in the presence of the reason why some people really like that movie, and for maybe the wrong reasons every once in a while, is just absolutely amazing. For those of you who don't know, that movie is my favorite Star Wars movie of all time. It's not everybody's favorite Star Wars movie of all time. All right, maybe it's the second one. We've made one before, but that's besides the point. You got to have a soft spot in your heart for that. But it is so cool that Cleveland gets something like that. To be able to watch the greatest Star Wars movie of all time amongst greatness is just absolutely amazing.
We don't know if greatness will be there. Let's
fair.
preface that. But there is a lot to get excited for. No one's going to deny that. So Mac will be covering that for us when Nick and I have to do some family stuff. I'll be doing Obi-Wan photo ops in the parking lot.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I mean, if you come up, Taylor, if you come up, I'm sure Nick and I can find a way to make it happen. Get you in there, throw you in a Jedi costume. It'll work. We got this. But
we'll get you in a Jedi costume, and you will eat a vegetarian Whopperito. That's really just a callback to something he would only understand. And you'll do that in the parking lot in front of everybody.
Sure. But so go from that. That's what finishes off the night. There's a ton of, I will say this, there's a ton of after hours events going on.
Has there been like that in the past?
A movie like that? No.
Well, no, like after a ton of after hour
events. Oh, yeah, there's different days that, and we'll get into some of the after hour events once we cover all.
A movie, no. I mean, and you know what's really cool is like they have that. You know, we've been in certain screenings before like that where I remember a few years ago, one of the coolest things about Fan Expo, and I'm not entirely sure, I think it might be in a room for the fan film that's going to be screening for Johnny this year, which we just haven't gotten to. But it is really, or we got to play, I think it was Trace, the Doctor Who fan series, on like the biggest screen that we possibly could. There, which was really neat. I got to actually like host that. And it was really cool just to kind of like get that overview and see everything that was going on. We just have, like I said, for the local stuff, this is just such a cool opportunity.
Yeah. Especially like you talk about groups like the Cleveland Ghostbusters and the Federation and so many other local groups that it's their way of promoting just their love for fandoms, but also their love for charity.
I was going to say all of them usually, well, not usually, all of them are raising money for a good cause.
Yeah.
Typically. So that is a very great thing.
So always going to give love for that. But let's get into Sunday real quick, because Sunday is when you and I have a lot to talk about. Sunday is going to be a really interesting day because Sunday is typically the one day Nick and I are in cosplay, which is going to be the case this year as well.
Right. Which is ironic because of what our tradition always entails when it comes to Sundays. The God.
So sometimes the first year it was on a Saturday. Give us that.
Fair.
But Sunday you have another Star Trek Next Generation panel. You have Bonnie Wright, Magic Movies and More. Bonnie Wright played Ginny Weasley in the Harry Potter films. Her panel. You have another My Name Is Earl panel. You have the Voices of Animation. You have Hell's Hottest panel, which is your Has-Been Hotel panel. You have a One Piece panel. You have another TMNT panel because you're doing it twice. You have
now. Have they said anything about having the actual like costumes and stuff like that there? I mean, I know a lot of them are like replicas.
They haven't said anything about the costumes or anything. So
that would personally draw me in. You know, them having
draw you in.
Well, yes. Do they look Muppet in nature? Sure. But like something like that would draw me in just because it would be cool to see stuff like that in person. Yeah. I don't recognize the actors, though they put a lot of time and effort, and it's really cool to hear from them. I recognize the suits, so I just hope that there's some representation of that.
Yeah.
Like Venus.
Yes.
From the
and
TV show.
Then you have a Treasures of Hamunaptra panel, which is a reunion for two lesser characters in the Mummy series. John Hannah, who plays Evie's brother Jonathan, and Patricia Velasquez, who plays Imhotep's love interest in both Mummy films. And then you have another conversation with Tamora Morrison called Icons and Anti-Heroes. So there's that, but also there's navigating indie film work, and there's is at 3:15, I believe. I think I saw. No, it's not at 3:15. We're on Sunday, but it's what time is that? Where's our panel, Nick? Because I'm used to that.
I have. Well, I was gonna say when the time is right, I can definitely run through like the entire Woo/Asian Festival panel because I have that actually somewhere.
Please go ahead and go over that. I'm trying to find our panel.
Sure, absolutely.
I know it's something. Oh, here it is. 12 p.m. lightsaber fight choreography with myself, Nick, our buddy Albert.
Albert will be there this year because I let him know. Usually a friend that I've made through Johnny, Nick Palmer, very good with lightsabers, and he's actually a part of I think it would be considered a league for lightsaber dueling. He should be there actually around that time, so I'm sure he'll be able to help us out. But for the Asian Festival / Johnny panels, we have at 11 a.m. at the Asian Festival booth, Shijoji Japanese dance at 12. And if you have not seen the Silk Road Cultural Collective, it is Johnny's new nonprofit group that is preserving Asian culture and it's preserving Asian dress and stuff like that. You'll be able to see real armor from the Ming and Tang dynasty, John Cosma, Alex Wong, and a sword sparring demo from the Silk Road Cultural Collective. If you are bringing your family and kids at noon on Saturday is the Friend Zone mascot dance party. At 1 p.m., if you're a fan of martial arts, you have the Great Wall Kung Fu Center at the Asian Festival booth. In the Friendiverse Lounge, which is room 11, I believe, Johnny will have at 1:15, we'll have his AI in Today's World panel. At 2 p.m. at the Asian Festival booth, you have Pacific Paradise Entertainment. 3 p.m., you have Colors of Asia Fashion Show, and the Silk Road Cultural Collective will be doing their actual show there. 3:45, we already mentioned this one, but room 21 is the Making Movies with Fight Choreography the Right Way. So you'll see a lot of local filmmakers, including Johnny and myself. I usually end up getting thrown up there to get beat up, which is great. But that is an interactive panel. We always like to see group participation and, teach somebody a little something. 4 p.m. on Saturday, Stellar Acrobatic Dance Academy and Linyan Rising Star Acrobatic. They're always there. Always a great show. And at 4:45 on the cosplay red carpet, we've had our lightsaber panel there, and I do believe that might be where we're having it this year.
Oh no!
We will have our own microphones this time, so we'll be able to handle that a little bit better. Is the Asian Swordplay and Armor panel for Johnny? Probably Silk Road Cultural Collective. So another interactive panel for Sunday. But wait, there's more. We have a repeat showing of Great Wall Kung Fu Center, which is 11:30. Cosplay red carpet at noon is lightsabers, which you've already heard about. 1 p.m. we have a repeat of John Cosma, Alex Wong, and the sword sparring demo. Room 21 at 2 p.m. So it's not on a big stage this year, but again, room 21, we have the fan film and Q&A for Johnny's short film, A Joker's Card, which follows the Joker's son, and a lot of sons and stuff like that. I think Nightwing is in it too, but it's an older fan film that Johnny had made. Described as a hilarious DC parody fan film. And then at 2:30, we have Pacific Paradise back at the Asian Festival booth. And at 3:30, always popular, Blackfire Dance Group. It's a K-pop dance group. So might see some K-pop Demon Hunters in there and stuff like that. And at 4:30, one more John Cosma and Alex Wong performance. No Silk Road there for the sword sparring, but always great to have them. So always busy with the Johnny Woo and Asian Festival booth.
Yeah, and there's one panel I want to mention that I am upset, so upset that we're missing, because it is scheduled at the same time as our panel, and that is Sunday, Batman and Beyond, a Batman animated series reunion featuring Kevin Altieri, Alan Burnett, Stan Berkowitz, Dan Reba, and Zoe McCallum. All had various roles on the behind-the-scenes side as producers and animators on Batman the Animated Series and Batman Beyond. So really was excited for that panel until I saw the timeline.
Somebody might be running straight there if we finish early.
We never finish within 15 minutes.
It's very popular. It's cool. People love our lightsabers.
Yes.
But it's a trouble with like hosting stuff during these types of things. And, what's so nice and what is a blessing and obviously a curse when it comes to these cons is there is so much packed into the entire weekend. So many places that people want to be, so many places that people want to see. If you are lucky, you might even be able to knock out your photo op or an autograph before a panel that you're at, but sometimes that can be more difficult than anything else.
It's more difficult than anything else.
But at the same time, it's so cool to be able to have something like this. And it's so cool that, again, community. We brought up the Asian Festival, obviously. We brought up all the local charities.
There's all the photo meetups for cosplayers who are in similar cosplay. There's multiple Harry Potter meetups. There's Star Wars meetups. There's now a K-pop Demon Hunters meetup, which I may be at to take photo and video because, hell yeah. There is any fandom you can think of. There's a cosplay meetup for it.
Would you say that panel is going to be fun?
There's no panel. It's a cosplay meetup. Wait, no, there is a K-pop Demon Hunters panel this year. Somebody is hosting one. I remember seeing that and going with Mac, like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm double checking this because I could have swore.
No, yeah, like I said, fun.
No, there's no K-pop. There's no K-pop Demon Hunters panel. But there's all those stuff. There's like people, if you want to be a voice actor, there's people teaching you to be a voice actor. There's trading card trading. There's learning how to play D&D, which we're gonna make Nick do. I promise. We were supposed to.
I feel as though that is something to mention, and we obviously don't know I feel like over the past year, the trading card. It'll be very interesting to see how much of a focal, a lot of the booths and stuff like that are going to be.
Yeah.
With trading cards, because I feel as though within the past year, the trading card community has gone from being popular to the most popular that it is like ever been. So it'll be very intriguing to see how many booths are centered around Pokemon cards or One Piece cards or stuff like that, because those are really popular.
Yeah. And here's a panel that some people either love or hate. 2025 MCU in Review. Brett Scott, host of Marvel Plus podcast, and guests will discuss and rank every MCU project released in 2025. That should be easier. There's only like 4 or 5 of them. Audience participation encouraged. This panel will also be broadcast live on YouTube and Facebook, and eventually find a permanent home on the Marvel Plus podcast feed. So yeah, there's all this fun stuff. There is something for everyone at these events, and that's what I love. I always say, let your geek flag fly when it comes to this stuff, and that's what I think I'm gonna do, and what so many others are gonna do that weekend or this upcoming weekend.
Absolutely.
You can always see that Nick and I will do this is our preview, of course. Mm-hmm. Next Monday, we normally do a recap video, so you'll be able to come back and check out our recap. Panels will be posted at numerous points throughout the weekend. The plan is for Friday's panels to be posted by Saturday, whatever Saturday panels we get to be posted by Sunday, and whatever Sunday panels we get to be posted by Monday. but I don't think we're going to have we might have the Bonnie Wright Sunday panel, and that might be it in terms of Sunday as panels that we throw on over. So yeah, be sure to come back and check those out. Check out the recap video, the shorts that you'll see.
You will see shorts. I was going to say, that is one of the easiest contents to put out there.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot, but it's going to be fun. We're going to have fun. We hope to see you guys there. Remember, you do need to check out our sister channel, Lot Real Gaming, run by our partner who's been in this chat on and off, Taylor Cleek.
That's where Kenobi himself.
Yes. That's where our Twitch streams go to live after the fact. So you can check out everything Taylor's doing for Watt Real Entertainment over on Twitch with Watt Gaming. And then if you want, subscribe to his Facebook page, or not his Facebook page, his YouTube channel for this whole operation we have going on in Watt Real Gaming. If you haven't already,
find him on Facebook. That would be weird.
Do not find him on Facebook. That would be weird. If you haven't already, check out some of the trailer reactions that we've done over the last few weeks, where we did Scary Movie 6. We've done Lanterns. We've got movie reviews up for Hoppers and a movie review up for The Bride. So check those out. And yeah, we got so much we're doing. Super Mario Galaxy movie trailer just dropped a little bit ago, so reactions out for that. So check it all out. I'm putting out more content, making this more consistent, and doing everything we can for it. But tomorrow night at 9 p.m. is the Oscar preview show with myself, Jeff Alterman, and Paige for Betty. So come back to check that out. I feel like there's something Wednesday, but I am totally lost. Oh, check me out on Blurs in the Hood on Wednesday. Special guest this week is actually my father, who's going to come on to talk about Oscars.
Hell yeah.
And
I did not know that was happening. I can't wait.
I will say this, if you don't like cursing and or derogatory language, Blurs in the Hood is not where you want to go. So I will preface that as a trigger warning for you all. And then all the updates for this upcoming week. So check all that out. But Nick, anything else you want to say before we head out of here?
No, just excited for this weekend. You're going to see a lot of stuff from us. And make sure that give a round of applause to Matt, because he has been killing it lately with his content. And I, for one, appreciate it, checking him out every single time that he does a review. I had to watch the Mario trailer before I watched your reaction, to be honest, because, but yeah, no, just excited and, grateful for everybody coming to check us out. And if you are watching this and you want to come and say hi and stuff like that, we will make sure to say hello back.
Oh, that's right. I'm pretty sure we might be doing Daily Profit Cast on Wednesday before Blurs in the Hood. I have to talk to Henri first. That was the potential other thing. So we'll see. Because there's a lot that came out in the last week, and Lord knows it's going to be a busy end of the month. So Harry Potter. But yeah, with that, folks, signing off. I am Matt. That was Nick. This was our Fan Expo Cleveland 2026 preview, and we will see you next time. Peace.